might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail,
Hail to all, this is Bear at Bear Nerd Fun. Take 2. Frickin' things screwing up, yeah. Star Trek Picard is divisive and showrunner MChabon doesn't mind at all. It takes almost no time at all when talking with MChabon to realize that the Pulitzer Prize winner author of The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay is a diehard Star Trek fan, given that he's a showrunner of the latest Star Trek iteration, Star Trek Picard. The 56-year-old has found it particularly satisfying to engage with the vast Trek fandom as the first season of Picard heads into its finale on Thursday. And fans are like, well, that's not Trek at all. Back to the article. To get... Well, hell to all. Take 3. To get people super nerdy and super technical questions about what kind of class a starship is meant to be in that one image that you can only see if you freeze frame that. It's been so fun, Chabon says via Skype while sitting in his home office in Berkeley while he's been sheltering in place with his wife and author Ayelet Waldman and 2 of their 4 children amid the pandemic that's currently going on. They're talking about in this article. I'm not going to say it. Picard has been a major success for CBS All Access. Not really. No, it hasn't. Back to the article. As the most watched original title to date for the streaming service, precisely how many viewers the show's received remains a secret known only to Viacom CBS, but its popularity is no surprise considering Picard marks the return of Patrick Stewart, revered Enterprise skipper. Really? You mean Captain Jean-Luc Picard? Oh, that's right, because he's not the captain now, but he's just the skipper. Picard. There we go. Because we can just skip it, but those of us that are going to review it will let you know how good or bad it is. Back to the article. Television series after 7 seasons of Star Trek The Next Generation, 87 to 1994, and of 4 feature films spanning 1994 to 2002. But Picard hasn't been a typical Star Trek show, rather than reunite Jean-Luc with the old crew from The Next Generation, which all the fans really wanted, but they didn't want to see this. They wanted that, but, you know, that's what we got. Yeah. So, rather than unite Jean-Luc with the old crew, Chabon and his collaborators, executive producers Alex Kurtzman, Kristen Beyer, Akiva Goldsman, introduced the character to a brand new cast, including Asa Briones as Soje, as highly advanced android Allison Pill as Dr. Agnes Girardi, a high-strung cyberneticist, Michelle Hurd as Raffi. Oh, you mean a drug addict? An alcoholic? Yeah. A former Starfleet colleague of Picard's who has fallen on hard times, and Santiago Cabrera as Cristobal Rios, the captain of the small starship Picard, conscripts on a mission to find and protect Soji from a mysterious Romulan fleet. Even more unexpectedly in the world of Picard, Starfleet has become gripped by fear and lost sight of its highest ideals, and large pockets of the galaxy have fallen into the kind of lawlessness unthinkable in the comforting quasi-utopia of the Next Generation. It's all in keeping with the mandate Chabon says Stewart gave him and his team to make Picard different from the actor's first Trek series as possible. and a candid and wide-ranging conversation with variety, touching on everything from radically reimaging the Borg to the death of explicit queer characters so far in Picard. Chabon discusses the challenges and surprises, rewards, in boldly going where no Trek has gone before, and why we had to leave the captain's chair behind for season 2. Sorry, it's not Star Trek. Nostalgia. Sandwich, empty air, with the smell of butt gas. Okay. Oh, spoiler warnings, by the way. If anyone cares. Now that season 1 of Picard is almost done, how have you been feeling about this season and seeing the fans' response to it? Well, I guarantee you, it's not as good as they're saying that it is, and yeah. Just like, no, it's just, yeah. Gonna watch it later, by the way. I've been trying to make this video all day today, but my screen recorder on my phone was messing up. So it's bit and pieced together. Yeah. So, man, I'm telling you, variety. We pretty much already know what they're gonna say. They're gonna glitz it and glam it, and oh, so wonderful. They're gonna show you this perfectly formed turd that's polished, and then they're gonna try and tell us that this is good stuff, and when basically a polished turd is still a polished turd. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. Polished turd. Sure, there may be some fascinating ideas that they wanted to use, and they did use, and they didn't really fulfill it. It's just like, yeah. So, that's pretty much what, they talk about Ichab in here, but we know they just destroyed that character, and they killed off Hugh. My God, man. Seven got hooked up to the Borg cube, and it was going to show us some Borg, and then someone accidentally flushed the toilet, and all the Borg flew out. No, actually, they just vacuumed it, opened it to the vacuum of space. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I'll leave the link to this article in the info below so that you can read the rest of it if you so choose. Hail to all, this is Bear Nerd Fun.